So now I want to try and show you how the art of war can be used after you know how to interpret it. So I'll interpret it right quick, and then I'll show you how it should be used. Let's take, for instance, proverb number 1, I call it, which starts in the chapter 1, strategic assessments. And it starts off with some proverbs I've lumped together as proverb number 1, like the ground is the place of pitched battle. All right, so for a mechanic, someone brings the car in, they have to determine the place of pitched battle. Is it the transmission? Is it the engine? You know, that's going to be the place of pitched battle. You know, for a doctor, he asks a person, well, what's wrong? What do you feel like? Well, my back is hurting. They know it's in the back area. What happened to you recently? Let me take a look, analyze it. If they have to take x-rays, so they find the source, and then that's going to be the place of pitched battle, right? You know, talk about armies and all that, that's useless. We can't use that, right? But the strategy principles are timeless and incredibly useful. Matter of fact, you're using them whether you realize it or not. You just maybe don't know. You learn the hard way through experience. You're reinventing the wheel, and you'll probably never be as good as you would as if you used this or understood the rules and then practiced them. Right. So it goes on to say the path is the way to adjust for survival. Gain the advantage and you win, lose the advantage and you die. Gain the advantage and you live, lose the advantage and you die. So, you know, there's no living or dying here, but win usually, you know, whether it's on the stock market or you can fix the car or you can make the person well again. That's what's going to be the ground of pitched battle. And then the path is the way to survive. You understand what you're doing. Like chapter 7 says, armed struggle. You're fighting face to face over advantages. To fight people face to face over advantages, nothing is harder than armed struggle. Armed struggle is the hardest thing in the world. Well, if you're dealing with a person's body, you're not really fighting a person, but it represents the disease or the whatever the problem is. They fractured a bone or they caused it to themselves or some ailment that's been developing. That's what you're dealing with. And that's the opponent, or that's the enemy. For the mechanic, the enemy is that part that broke that has to be fixed. They got to find out which one it is, right? So that's the enemy, right? So that to be able to do that is the hardest thing in the world. Nothing is harder. So armed struggle is profitable and armed struggle is dangerous. For the skilled, it's profitable. For the unskilled, it's dangerous, right? See, so this way, looking at it in this way, you can learn to apply it to whatever you do. I don't know what you do, but that's how you apply it as a strategy to supplement the tactics, which is whatever your career is, how you make money, your skill, or whatever you're applying it to, relationships, love, yourself, trying to make yourself a better person. These are and you know, competitors and enemies. Yeah, I lump those together. So there's only 3 ways you can apply it: yourself, the ones you love, and the ones you have to protect yourself from or compete with, right? This is Austin with the Art of War Made Easy. Stick around. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. These are the explanations of Proverbs. I'll have more very soon.